The Steam Deck OLED is Valve's latest addition to the world of handheld gaming, promising an immersive gaming experience in a portable form factor. With its vibrant OLED display, easy-to-use software, and the ability to play a vast library of games from Steam directly, it's no surprise that the Steam Deck OLED has generated significant excitement amongst gamers. Everyone loved the OG Steam Deck, as its popularity and low price kicked off this massive wave of handhelds from other developers, with the likes of Asus, Lenovo, and MSI offering new Windows-based handhelds that are seemingly more powerful than the Valve counterpart. But after using the OLED for over 3 months now, has the king been dethroned by the Windows competitors, or is the Steam Deck OLED still the best option to buy in 2024? Well, let's talk about it after this quick word from this video sponsor, TomTalk. TomTalk has you covered when it comes to protecting your Steam Deck. Introducing the Armor G12 case, a transparent shell that protects your device from drops and scratches and keeping your joystick stable. Crafted from German Bayer polycarbonate, meeting military standard drop test requirements for optimal protection against impacts, shocks, and common hazards like splashes and dust. There's also an opening so you can access the charging port without taking off your armor, meaning your Steam Deck will be safe and sound 24/7. Then when you're on the go, you can store your deck in the TomTalk EDC sling bag, a stylish yet functional companion crafted for urban wanderers. With a 5.5-liter capacity, it effortlessly accommodates your daily essentials while offering convenient compartments for quick access to items like phones or passports. It boasts a padded tech zone for devices like your Steam Deck, and it's wrapped in durable nylon with YKK zippers for added protection. Complete with removable ergonomic shoulder straps and a comfortable handle, it ensures a comfortable and seamless experience for all your city journeys. So if you're ready to take your Steam Deck protection to the next level, go to the links in the description to pick up your very own TomTalk accessories. Let's start off with the feel of the device. The Steam Deck OLED features the same sleek and ergonomic design that feels comfortable to hold even during long gaming sessions. The curved handles are the perfect size for me, but I've heard from people with slightly smaller hands that it can feel a little big and cumbersome. The device has a solid build quality, although it does feel and look a bit plasticky, which doesn't hurt performance, but it does make it seem like more of a toy. The placement of the controls, including the thumbsticks, buttons, and trackpads, is well thought out and feels intuitive. The dual trackpads can be incredibly helpful in navigating menus, the desktop mode, or just playing certain games that play better with a mouse. The haptic feedback provided by the trackpad when gliding your finger over it is unparalleled and is absolutely the best in the industry. It's so incredibly satisfying and helps you know exactly where your finger is. The I/O is pretty sparse though, only having a headphone port, microSD card expansion, and a single USB-C device that can be used for charging or docking. But for a lot of people, this is all you're gonna need. Not many people want or need anything more than just a way to charge the device. And honestly, I think I'm in that group. Don't get me wrong, I love custom building gaming computers and having unique ways to custom fit my needs, but when it comes to playing on a handheld, it's a tertiary device for me, so I just want to be able to pick it up and just work. I don't really feel like messing around too much with the operating system, game settings, or plugging in other devices. One of the obvious standout features of the Steam Deck OLED is its gorgeous 7.4-inch display, making it slightly larger than the OG Steam Deck, but they just did that by removing some bezels so the device itself is not any bigger. The OLED panel delivers vibrant colors, deep blacks, and excellent contrast, making games look stunningly beautiful. It has a maximum resolution of 1280 by 800 still, just like the original, but the maximum refresh rate has gone from 60Hz to 90Hz. Which might not seem like a big difference, but when you're playing games that can actually meet those high FPS requirements, it might be pretty nice. It also comes with HDR for the first time at a maximum brightness of 1000 nits, which is a nice touch for games that support it. Whether you're exploring vast open worlds or engaging in fast-paced action, the Steam Deck OLED's display enhances the gaming experience compared to its predecessor by a long shot. I don't even care that the resolution is still 800p. The smaller bezels and bright, beautiful screen is all I want and need. Before I talk about the software, I wanted to give a quick shout out to the Big Deck Energy t-shirt. I created this shirt myself and I absolutely love the design and comfort. It comes in a variety of colors and ships worldwide, so go to jasonwhitmer.tech if you want to pick up one and support the channel. But if you only have small deck energy, maybe don't bother. Thanks. The Steam Deck OLED runs on Valve's custom SteamOS, the Linux-based handheld operating system that is dead simple to use. While SteamOS offers a familiar interface for previous Steam users with a very easy-to-use console experience, it does still have some limitations compared to Windows. The largest issue, of course, being that not all games are compatible with SteamOS out of the box, and some features like mod support are more limited. However, Valve has been actively working to improve SteamOS, and future updates may address some of these issues. We've already seen a lot of the games that we thought would never work on the Steam Deck eventually come out to work natively. And most of the other games are actually able to be used on the Steam Deck, albeit with some tinkering or with some side loading. Lately, I generally don't even bother doing any of that kind of tinkering to get games like Fortnite to play on my OLED, because I just like to keep it simple and I play the games that work out of the box, as well as streaming games from my PlayStation 5. But I'm glad that people who are smarter than me have shown how to get basically any game working on your Steam Deck using those roundabout methods. Let's talk about the battery life on this thing. Batteries on every PC handheld out there are just trash. And that includes the Steam Deck, but it's not their fault. We're just not at a place in battery technology that allows a battery this small to power a computer all day long. Having said that, the Steam Deck OLED still stands as the king amongst all the other peons. The device is rated for between 3 to 12 hours of gameplay, but this can obviously vary wildly depending on the game and the settings. For more demanding games, you can expect closer to 3 to 4 hours of battery life, but this is still best in class compared to anyone else right now. I've also found myself barely charging when playing simple games like Dave the Diver or playing stream games from my PS5. So while this is exceptional for a portable gaming device, longer battery life is always appreciated, especially for extended gaming sessions. Now, in terms of hardware, most things are exactly the same under the hood, sans a few adjustments. The 16 gigs of DDR5 RAM is now clocked at 6400 megatransfers as opposed to the original 5500, so you might see a minimal amount of performance from that. And while the APU is basically the same, it is now using a 6nm chip instead of the original 7nm chip by using a shrink die version of that old reliable APU. So what does that all mean for you? Well, it means a more power efficient chip, and while that might not increase performance, it's one of the main reasons for the better battery life, alongside the more efficient OLED display. So yes, the performance on the OLED Steam Deck is ever so slightly better sometimes than the OG, but nothing to write home about. But regardless of that, the Steam Deck OLED offers a fantastic gaming experience for most people. The device can run a wide range of games, from indie titles to blockbuster hits, allowing you to enjoy your favorite games on the go. It also supports features like Steam Cloud Saves and Remote Play, making it easy to pick up where you left off or stream games from your PC or consoles. But if you hated the limitations of the original Steam Deck, you're gonna hate the same limitations on the OLED. Don't get me wrong, when a game works, it works. I can easily download the game, boot it up, and the graphics are automatically adjusted to my device. I can start playing almost immediately. But of course, there are simply some games that don't work on the Steam Deck out of the box, and you have to use unsupported or janky workarounds to get them working. It's not that big a deal for me, because the types of games that aren't available on the deck aren't really types of games I want to play on a handheld anyway. But for some people, it can be an absolute deal breaker. Most modern AAA games are going to run between 30 to 40 FPS, but it's surprisingly not a bad experience on the smaller screen. But what if you already own the original Steam Deck? Is it worth buying the OLED? Well, it's certainly better than the original in a lot of ways. There's no doubt about it. But considering the resolution of the screen is the same, and you won't be getting any incredibly meaningful changes for the amount of money you'd have to fork over to get a new one, I don't really think upgrading your LCD Steam Deck with the OLED version is a good way to spend your money. My advice, keep your Steam Deck, keep playing it, enjoy the hell out of it. Then take the money you would have spent on the OLED, put it in your pocket, and wait for a handheld that will really knock your socks off in the future, and put the money towards that. But if you don't own any handhelds, and you're considering the Steam Deck OLED, I truly can't think of any reasons why you wouldn't buy it. It's honestly damn near perfect for most people, and is the simplest and cheapest way to get into PC handheld from a brand that understands PC gamers. It's plug and play for most games, has a huge amount of proven accessories to make your gameplay even better, and they even finally got rid of that cheap 64 gig storage variant, meaning all the Steam Deck OLEDs come with at least 512 gigs of SSD fast storage. It's a no-brainer, it's an out-of-the-park win. But if after watching this you realize you might want a Windows-based handheld instead, and that's cool if you do, check out my review of the Lenovo Legion Go here, which is basically the only PC handheld I really loved because of its innovation. But if you're already sold on the Steam Deck OLED, check out this video here where I go over all the best accessories you'll ever need for your new handheld. Please like the video below if you liked it, and be sure to go to the link in the description to pick up the Big Deck Energy t-shirt. All proceeds go towards feeding my 7 cats the good cat food. My name is Jason. Thanks for watching.